So Bron-Yr-Aur Stomp live at Earl's Court is in the key of G major. We use an open G tuning. So our low E string is going to be tuned down to D. Our high E string is going to be tuned down to D. Our A string is going to be tuned down to G. And when you strum that open, you have a G major chord. That's why it's called open G tuning. And if you bar anywhere on a single fret in this tuning, you're playing some kind of major chord. You're playing some sort of root, major, third, major, 5 combination. So the tempo of this song, if you're using a metronome to practice, is 116. That's the tempo. I might be off by 1 or 2. We use a thumb pick for this. That's how Jimmy gets kind of that crisp sound in the performance when he's attacking the melody and the chords. And to support his hand, he uses the bridge with his guitar. Sometimes he might use his pinky on the body, I'm not sure. I think most of the time, though, if not all the time, he's on the bridge. So to start the song, we're playing harmonics from the 12th fret to the 7th fret. We hit the open G. And we play this little pattern here. So that's a G major pattern. So our middle finger's on the 9th fret of the D string. Our index finger is on the 8th fret of the B string. And our pattern is kind of an alternating finger picking pattern like that. If you're not used to that, just play it without even using your fretting hand. Just get used to it, because this needs to be very automated. So this pattern is with our thumb pick, we're hitting the D string, index finger to the B string, thumb pick to the G string, middle finger to the high D. And you want to use the bridge to support it. When you use your bridge to support your hand, you can get your wrist in there. That can add to speed, it also helps with accuracy. Okay? And then for that part, we just slide down. We go down 2 frets, same pattern, and then we just hit the D string and the G string with our thumb pick. And then he does one of these. So this is unique to the live performance. That was a bit sloppy. Anyway, what he does here, 8th fret to the 10th fret on the B string. 9th fret to the 7th fret on the G string. 7th fret to the 9th fret on the D string. And then 7th fret on our low G string up to our open G. So he does that a few times. That's a bit tricky to play fast. And then there's this major, G major pentatonic thing he does down here. So he slides up to the 4th fret on the G string there, and then he uses the 3rd and 5th fret on the B string. Okay? And then we're going to bar some chords like this. Now remember, we tuned our A string down to G, so G sharp, A sharp. So that's what we're playing. We're playing an A sharp major, and then we're going up to a B, C major. Now it sounds a little darker when you play that bottom string. which sounds really nice. And when you play that bottom string, really you're playing an inversion, okay? So it's an A sharp major inversion to a C major inversion. So I go from, what do I do? Yeah, I go from my index finger and I slide out the index finger. Jimmy, I believe, goes over with his pinky, but his hands, I think, are like twice the size of mine. So I don't really have that luxury. There's no right or wrong, whatever's comfortable. And this is something else unique to the live performance. He plays this G7 chord here. This middle note on the B string of the 6th fret. That's your flat 7. G, flat 7. So that's 5th fret on your high D with your index finger, 6th fret on the B string, 7th fret on the G string. And that's just kind of a pull-off pattern with your index finger. So that's 3rd fret of the D and then 3rd fret of your low G. And then he hits it open. Okay, so it's a little chromatic thing. A sharp to B to C. I'm just doing some exaggerated movements to show you what's going on. And then he goes to the A here. Up to the C, and then he does like a little melody here. Flat 7 and major 5 melody. So he hits the flat 7 there and the major 5 here. So flat 7 there, major 5 there. So the strumming patterns that Jimmy uses, they vary from verse to verse. I'm not going to get into hit this chord on this beat, on the upbeat do this, on the downbeat do that. That's far too complicated. I don't like learning rhythm that way. It's better to just listen to the song and feel it. Try to play along with him or try to create your own rhythm patterns. There's no right or wrong as long as it sounds good. So he does that another time, and then for the slide, he does use a slide. I don't, but he slides up to the the top 4 strings on the 12th fret, and that gives you just a higher octave G major. So you can use your own rhythms there, as well. Or okay, and then it's back to the okay, and then once he's done that part, we go to a few more harmonics. I think he goes 5th to 7th and then 12th to 7th, if I remember correctly. And then he goes into one of these. So again, we're just getting into some minor pentatonic or major pentatonic melodies. So that's a pull off from the 9th fret to the 7th fret on the G string. Then we hit the 9th fret on the D string. Back up to the 7th fret on the G string, and then 7th fret on the D string to the open G. 5th and 7th fret there on the D and the low G string. And then back to the... Now we get into our cool live melody stuff, okay? So we're in the G major chord shape here that we've been doing, but he's gonna add some pull-offs to the 9th fret of our high D string. So same finger picking pattern, but on that first go, we're gonna hit the D string and the high D string at the same time. And then we're gonna slide up 2 frets. So that high note there is 11th fret on the high D. And then we're gonna do this kind of major chord shape like this. So ring finger on the 12th fret of the D string, middle finger on the 11th fret of the G string, and then we're gonna bar the high D and the B string with our index finger on the 10th fret. And then he's gonna hit these notes with his pinky on the 12th fret of our top 2 strings. Okay, I'll get you to feel that one out. When he does that part, it's almost like a sweep picking kind of thing. So it's almost like he picks this and then plays the rest. Sorry. And then he goes back to the... And then we're going to go down into our lower major pentatonic position again. We've done this before. But now we're going to add this. So we're just using the 2nd and 4th fret of our low G and D string there. Sorry. I'm getting it mixed up with the first, the melody at the beginning of the song. Then the second time around he goes, and he just holds that note, and then he goes. And then we have some ascending chords. So that's 7th fret on the D string and 6th fret on the B string. Everything else is open. And you slide up 2 frets to our G major. Let me just turn my page here. So basically that's an add 2 with a flat 7. If you want the theory on that first chord. The G major. So that's the same shape, but we're using the 11th and 10th frets. Here we're on the 12th fret, and only the 12th fret. And we're hitting the D string and the B string. And then up here, 14th fret to 15th fret. And on both of those chords, we're hitting the high D string, the B string, and the low D string. Then we go backwards. These 2 chords here on the 2nd and 3rd fret Same chords as up here, just lower octave. And then he kind of pulls off on the 3rd fret there on your high D. And then here, we're on the 11th and 10th fret on the D and the B string. And then back into this. And then to finish up, our old friend here.